Hi guys, Stacey Calder here from the Business Success Networking magazine, as you would imagine, as we're on those channels. So I am joined today with my Friday special guest. I have to say, she's just come into the green room backstage and she's looking very glam. Not that she doesn't always anyway, but she's going to put me to shame today. So I'm going to introduce her. She doesn't do lives. She doesn't do this kind of stuff. I've basically had to... I don't know, tie a rope round her and drag her in, I think. But so be friendly, be nice. Drop your comments in the chat so that we can ask her any questions and things like this. By now, you will know how this works. We've got 10, 15 minutes, depending. Mind you, me and this guest, we do tend to chat quite a bit. So let's bring her in and add her to the screen. Hey, Halden, everyone.
Hello.
It's working. You're good. We can hear you. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Thank you. Yeah, good.
Brilliant.
Thanks for the glam big up.
I mean, you're always
glam. With how the hair's gone today. So cheers.
You are always glam anyway. Here's me like doing my makeup and God knows what else, and then there's like you who just glides in and.
Thanks. I'll take it.
I suppose before we start taking the mick out of each other and just having a general chit chat, tell everybody what you do. You know, where can they find you? Why are you here?
Okay, so
I dragged you.
Well, in fairness, you mentioned it. I asked.
You did.
You told me, and I was just like, do you know what? She will drag me if I don't, and I know it makes sense. So it was a bit of a combination of you dragging me and me dragging myself. So. But yeah.
Good.
So yeah, Transcend Travel. I mean, Kate Halden, Transcend Travel. I take the stress and the time element out of creating amazing experiences. So that's the networking, start of the networking blurb, if you like. But yeah, so Transcend Travel, I'm an independent travel agent. I work from home, so not just COVID related. I've always worked from home. So I can support people anywhere in the UK. But basically, it's a really sort of bespoke service for travel, which, quite frankly, right now, people really need because it's a complicated landscape out there. I think people have been cooped up, of course, and everybody's got a really different attitude to whether they do or don't want to travel. Some people are nervous about it and not ready to do it yet. Other people are literally frothing at the mouth trying to get away. Yeah. But it is complicated, you know. Obviously there's in pre-pandemic times there's lots to think about, and I sort of take all of that on board and do that very sort of one-stop shop tailored service to my clients. But at the moment that is very much kind of like almost a bit like a sort of advisory counselling kind of thing, and hand holding somebody through it. So I mean, for example, I've got customers in Greece at the moment. They need to do their form for coming back. They travel back on Sunday, so they will be getting a message later reminding them. I've told them before, but they will get a message later reminding them, don't forget you need to do this for your re-entry into the UK. Here's the link. If you need anything, let me know. So it is that kind of advisory, hand-holding support to help people get away, whether that's this year and doing it currently, or planning ahead for next year, or I'm even working actually on bookings for 2022. So that's me.
That's good. And I suppose at the minute, and this is, you know, I suppose your industry at the moment is probably one of the most stressful. That and a kind of hospitality events kind of arena. I think those two industries at the moment are up there on par with stress levels, I would imagine. So the fact that you say, oh, you know, I take the stress element out of it, I can't begin to imagine how stressful that makes your own job.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've always
Shush, cut that out. Don't talk about
it. I mean, I've always said I take the stress and the time element out, but yeah, obviously, currently, it really is more stressful, and that's why it's sort of actually all the more important that you've got someone like me working on your side as your advocate with you to get the holiday you want sorted. And yeah, it is stressful. I mean, I've tried really hard since the whole of lockdown not to sort of say, oh, you're saying that my industry, along with a couple of others, have probably got, it's not a competition. Everybody has been impacted by this in one way or the other. And I guess I sort of try very hard for the business sake and for my own sanity's sake, really, to kind of just say, do you know what? Stay positive. Don't go down that rabbit hole of, travel is the worst hit, or this is, you know what? It's about focusing on what you can do, not what you can't do. I can't change, none of us can change what's going on in the world at the moment. And yes, travel has been hit massively, of course, with the whole world being shut down. And then, of course, there was a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel on the 10th of July when we started to have some travel corridors open up. Then, of course, we've had the complications that it's perhaps not gone how people hoped it may have done, and we have changes and this, that, and the other. So, yes, it is stressful, but the point is that, I take that on board and support people, do what I can to make it happen.
I have to say, you hit the nail on the head there. I mean, everyone's been affected by it, but I have never seen you like stressed, anything other than positive, and I love that about you, Kate. You are always positive, whether it's in front of your clients, backstage, kind of thing. You are just a little ray of sunshine. So I'm laughing. You may have just seen a hand going past my studio there. I've got that is so this week. Yeah, there you go. You can't shout at me. I'm working and you're live. I like that. So this week we have my apprentice, if you like. She's I have to give her a shout out. She's doing some really good social media posts right now. I haven't kind of had to drill her into the office. She's just come in. In fact, she came in before me this morning. How amazing is that? She wanted money. There you go. That's your level, isn't it? When you're 12.
There you go, Mackenzie. You haven't got shouted out. You've got shouted at. You've got shouted out.
I know. Nice. Amazing. So, and the other thing in this office is my dog who is snoring. So apologies if you can hear the dog snoring online. Normally I've moved everybody out by now. I didn't. But, you're used to work from home pets, aren't you, Kate?
Yes.
We're not going to talk about Frank, but as you mentioned him.
Well, yeah, and I have learned that the best thing to do is have the door pushed to, but not shut. Because there are times where Frank, for anybody that doesn't know, is my cat. But yeah, he will sometimes be clawing at the carpet to get attention while the door's shut and I'm on live. And as you know, I'm normally penned in by a green screen.
Green room, you've got your background on.
So yeah,
it's lovely just to see you in your home office today. I'd got my background, I'd got my banner up and stuff, and then I thought, you know what, it's getting to the point now where, like you said, it's not just from lockdown that you've worked from home. I've worked from home for 10 years, and I think one of the positives coming out of lockdown is that more people have seen what it's like to work from home. I don't know about you, Kate, but I get quite a lot of phone calls, or I have done going, do you want to come shopping? Should we go for a coffee? And you're like, no, I'm at work. They're like, no, you're at home. So I think it may have helped change that perception now. I don't know if you found that at all, or whether you're still getting.
No, definitely. I think possibly more so earlier on when my sort of closer friends were furloughed. So there's sort of friends like, messaging lots of stuff, and you kind of like, yeah, because you can, it's your time, but I think that's, it's the perception of that is quite different. Yeah. And it's like, oh no, I am actually working. So
going back to you and the travel industry then, and by the way, if you want to find out more about Kate, then you did write a blog for our website, didn't you? So 37 packing.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are going away, if you are going away this year or next year, do go and check out Kate's blog, because it has some really great, amazing tips on there for packing. I have to say I thoroughly enjoyed it, because when I have to pack for 7 of us. So
I should read it again, because I'm notorious for leaving the packing till like way too late and doing it at like stupid o'clock in the morning.
Is it do as I say then and not do as I do?
Definitely. Yeah.
So you're on our website anyway. How long have you worked in the travel industry, and what made you go into it?
So I'm now in my 4th year of trading with Transcend Travel, and I was new to travel when I set the business up. So definitely a very steep learning curve in terms of running my first business, my own business for the first time, and entering into a new industry. And I've done lots and lots of different things beforehand. So I did actually do leisure management, a degree. Yeah, so all that time ago. But I would say this is the first time I've kind of used that leisure side of it, particularly gone into the leisure side. I worked after university. I worked for the Forensic Science Service, basically because I wanted to stay in Birmingham. I didn't want to go move back from a city back to a farm. I grew up on a farm, so I was quite happy to stay in Birmingham. Worked for the Forensic Science Service, which I loved. It was coordinating non-police casework, no lab coats. I was not a scientist. So and I yeah, so like you get lots of CSI questions and all that sort of stuff. But absolutely loved that role. It was pretty fascinating. Then took some time out and went and did a year in Australia. After that, I worked in recruitment in a few different kind of guises, and it was just very salesy. It was a lot more salesy than I had anticipated. And I think what that taught me was the fact that, I can sell stuff, but I need to really feel the benefit of that. It's kind of, people will there's that phrase, isn't there? I can sell ice to the Eskimos. And it's like, and I really actually, I respect people for that if that's what they want. But from my perspective, it's kind of, I don't want to sell ice to the Eskimos. I don't want to sell someone something they don't need.
Holidays to people that need them.
Well, yeah, and I think that kind of experience taught me that I don't want to sell ice to the Eskimos. I'd actually much rather sell them a nice, warm, sensible coat. Something that they need. Or something that's going to make their life better. Something that's going to make them happy.
Yeah.
And after that, I worked in the care industry. So again, it's coming back down to that people thing. It's sort of the organizational skills that I've done event management, I've done project management through different roles. So it's kind of using all of those skills, but actually kind of what makes me tick or what makes me motivated is making that difference to somebody. So working in the care industry was really rewarding. It was tough. And yeah, definitely had some pretty crazy problems to solve at times in there. But it's about that sort of resilience, attention to detail, getting stuff done. But it's the people that's important. And it is a little bit cheesy, but being a part of putting together a holiday for someone is really lovely. It's just really lovely. And I kind of often feel really honoured to be part of that. Holidays are things that, apart from a house and a car, it's one of the things it's the highest ticket value, things that we spend money on. And actually, unlike a house and a car, you've got one shot at getting that holiday right. It's a bit like a wedding, I suppose. It's that kind of thing.
So I can't you saying about weddings and cars and amazing holidays, and I'm sitting here thinking, oh my god, I really want some sun about now. What would be your top destination then? What's on your bucket list?
Oh my god, how long have you got? My bucket list is
because you get to see all these holidays, these inside out and things, and you must be thinking, oh, I want to go where. Okay, so let's change it slightly then. Where have you booked for someone recently that you've thought, oh my god, I want that holiday, that you've not been to? Okay,
so Canada, that's one that I've worked. So actually, it was 2 couples that were due to go in a month's time. Of course, they are not now. They are rebooked for next September instead. But yeah, they're doing an amazing trip. They're sort of going across. They're doing the Rocky Mountains. They're going over to Vancouver Island. They're going to Night Inlet, which is where they're there during the salmon run. So they're going and seeing to the grizzly bears. Hopefully, see the bears catch salmon on the salmon run. So yeah, that would be amazing. There's lots of stuff in Canada I would absolutely love to do. The lakes and stuff. So they'll be doing that. They're driving through the Rockies, and we'll see a lot of that sort of thing. Which, yeah, that would be pretty amazing. Oh God, honestly, there's so many. I mean, South America, Brazil, Peru. Yeah, just so many things. I think, yeah, for me, I mean, it's always lovely when you put a trip together, but there's always that pang of, I want to go there, I want to do that. So the bucket list does grow and grow and grow every time. For me, what I really enjoy with a holiday, I'm not a fly and flop girl. You know, there is. But that's the thing, you know, different people want different things. So when people say, you know, where would you say is the best destination? That's the point. It's my dream holiday is probably not your dream holiday. So it's really important to
my dream holiday is not my husband's dream holiday either. That's where we've got a real sticking issue here. And neither of ours is what the kids want. So I actually said the other day, I'm quite tempted to just put us all on separate holidays.
So, well, we can sort that. But that's, and I think that's what's really important as well, is actually just chatting to people, understanding what it is they're trying to achieve, understanding what are the different dynamics within the family or the group of people that go in, what's important to them. But yeah, for me, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if someone said, here you are, I've paid for you to go to the Maldives for a fortnight, I'm not going to say no. It would be amazing. But I think I would get bored quite quickly. I think a fortnight would be full on in the Maldives. But it depends on the time. So right now, a fly and flop kind of thing probably would suit me because it's been intense. You know, this whole year has been intense.
It doesn't matter what holiday I go on, I have to say. You know, I get what you're saying about fly and flop, but even just getting away, for me, like you say, I mean, I am quite a workaholic. I think we both enjoy, you know, we have, but neither of us, you know, I've spoke to you before and you're like, oh, I'm in my office, it's 9 o'clock at night, I've got to get this done kind of thing. And there's a real danger that you kind of work and work and work and work. So eventually then when you go on holiday, you do just want to flop. My problem is the way my brain works and all my creative ideas. I sit on that beach or wherever I am, you know, kids are running around playing games. Husband's going, come on, join in, family time. And I'm going, you know, I just want to sit and read a book. Then you start reading a book. Then all those ideas come and I'm like, oh, I could do this and I could do that. And he's going, you're not working, are you? And I'm like, no, I'm just making notes.
No.
Stuff. But so 2 weeks in the Maldives for me, I'd come back and I would scare myself, I would imagine, because I'd be so relaxed and chilled. But my creative side of my brain, it'd be amazing. Let's try it. Get me on that flight to the Maldives.
Let's sort it. I think the thing with it as well, you know, and I've worked with clients with itineraries, you know, ideas of what their itineraries are. So for example, actually another one that I'm working on at the moment is a honeymoon. It's a rebook, and they got loads of ideas about where they wanted to go and what they wanted to do. And it's sometimes you have to sort of advise that they're not fly and flop type people either. They've got lots of places they want to see and experience and, you know, things they want to do. But then actually you need to advise, you know, do factor in some time to relax as well. Actually, that's really important. You know, sometimes you have to shoehorn that in because, you know, having a break is a break, whether you're fly and flop or doing and seeing and experiencing. But if you are going to lots of different places, moving around a multi-centre, it can be quite full on. Yeah. So you need to factor in some downtime, and sometimes clients need reminding of that a little bit.
And it's funny, isn't it? I'm the planner in our house. I'm the, you know, I read a post today about mental load, and I am, you know, I've got my planner, I've got my journal. I'm running a planning group at 4 o'clock. It's just what I do. I plan everything: downtime, family time, work time, you name it, I plan it. But get me on holiday, and I'm a bit like, you know, okay, so even just going to the coast this time, because didn't go abroad. Okay, I know the family want to do the zoo, so we'll do the zoo 1 day out of 7. But there was no way I had an itinerary of, right, we're going Friday and we're going there, which surprises me because I am a bit of a...
But that's good, though, because that's it's giving you a break. It's giving you that, you know, that mental break as well. You know, have some time where life just happens. You know, have ideas of what you want to do.
Who knows? I am not thinking about it. Exactly. You need that time, don't you? So we've rabbited on for 20 minutes.
I know. you did make me smile when you said we can chat, because, yeah, we definitely can.
Kate rang me one Saturday once and said, have you got 5? And I thought she meant 5 minutes. I think she actually meant 5 hours, because we were We were on the phone for nearly 2 hours, weren't we? It was.
My sister will often be, she's like, oh, she won't answer the phone because she's like, I haven't got an hour, or she'll answer the phone. She's like, I'm like, no, me neither. Me neither. It's just a quick one. Or her family will be like, oh, it's Kate. And they'll go and get themselves tea, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I have to say, I was armed with a Costa just in case, we were on for a while. But like I said, we could stay here all night. We are getting you on the podcast where we're going to talk something a bit more seriously about business success and what it looks like to you and all those kinds of things. But just remind people, if they're thinking about booking a holiday, if who is it that you're looking for? Who is it that you book those holidays for? Because it's really easy to say just anyone, but tell me about your ideal client. Who within this network is going to come and hunt you down, and where they can find you?
Well, I noticed like don't say anyone. People that have that time pressure. So people that probably haven't been furloughed. Like you and I have worked through all of this, maybe are now back in the office. They might be having moved from working from home back into the office, and life's different and there's lots to adapt and lots to change to, and haven't been able to have that break but need it, and just need somebody to kind of take that project from them, talk to them, understand what it is that they want and create it. The value of having something, if you haven't had a break, it might not be something that you can do now for any number of reasons. And actually, it's probably not the help, but it is a bit of a gamble booking things at the moment, which is, recently I was talking to a client who really wanted to book Greece. And I was like, for about 3 weeks time, and I was like, I won't book it for you. I really don't feel, I feel Greece is going to go. So I think it's a risk. So things are a bit of a gamble at the moment, but it's possible. It's it's tricky, but not impossible.
They're all protected, the holidays, aren't they? And
yeah, exactly. And that's a big part of what I'll talk to people about. It's the protection that the industry offers. So in the event of XYZ potentially happening, this is what would be the outcome, and this is how you will be protected and what have you. So for whatever reason, it may be that you can go now and you're keen to try and have try and do that, but don't know where to start or where you can go or what you can do. Or it might be that you want to get something booked. You need that break. Actually, mentally, when you need a break, even if you can't take a break until next summer, maybe, or book that trip for next summer, having it booked. I'm so emotionally linked to all this, but I've actually just gone goosebumps, because just the idea, from my perspective, of having something booked for next summer or for having something in the future.
And from a personal point of view, we were, and I can't say too much because obviously my apprentice is in the office.
I know what you were going to.
So you did price up a holiday for me. We were looking at something which was definitely on my bucket list. Not so much my husband's, but he's going to go with it. Definitely something for the family. And the good thing about it is, although we've kind of, it's gone off the boil a little bit because of COVID and all this kind of thing. Actually, by you giving me not just the price, but, you rang me and your service was impeccable. I have to say, you rang me, you followed it up with an email of all, you could have this, you could stay here, you could stay here. These are the different dates. This is the different pricing. These are the activities you could do. And I was like, oh my God. Because what it did is it took that dream that was in my head that I've had for a very long time, and it made it very real. Not just real, but actually, and actually you proved me wrong a little bit, because you said you could go at this particular time, which was, I just didn't think it would, it would be in my budget. And actually, I think it worked out cheaper. You got it. And I was like, oh my God.
And I love how you've navigated the details of that as well. You've done very well.
I know. Thank you. But I think that for that, because like you say, it might not be now this period, but next year or the year after, I know roughly what it's going to entail, what the budget is. I can have it ready to go and say to you, Kate, do it. And I know it will change slightly because of the year and whatever, but it's there in my head now. It's very real.
Oh, good. And that's that's, you know, like I was saying earlier, just that sort of feeling, that's so special to know that even without having booked, it's not happened yet, but that the
It will
impact
happen.
that that's
It
had. And
absolutely
also,
will happen.
yeah, it will happen. We'll make it happen. But also, that's the beauty of travel. You know, again, you know, we spend a lot of money on a holiday, whether, you know, from a short break to a trip of a lifetime, whatever it is, they don't come, you know, the monetary value for it is there. But, you know, you buy a car, you buy those sorts of things. Yes, you have a car, and yes, we need them and they're functional, this, that, and the other. But the thing with the money you spend on a holiday, it's not just the week or the 2 weeks or the whatever. It's not just that time, is it? You've got that dreaming about the holiday, or you've got it booked, and now you've got it booked, and you've got that countdown, and then the memories never go.
I know, and I've spoke about kind of those negative voices in the past on different things. Look, we're going off on a tangent again, Kate. I hope you've got another 10 minutes because we were wrapping up and now we've hit something else now. The story of our life. So you're going to get an extra long special here, guys, by the looks of it, because we're now on 26 minutes. So we're already 10 minutes over. It's fine. But you just saying about it is, you know, the trips of a lifetime, the holidays, there is a money value to it. And I know I will book with you and I will say, oh, it's 4 or 5 days here, whatever. And there will be people in my life that go, you've spent that on that. And it's like, yeah, because it's been a dream of mine for so long. I'm so gutted I can't actually show it how it is, but it is. It's for me. It's not about, like you say. It's not about the money. It's about the memories, the value of having that time with loved ones, all those kinds of things. That, you know, like you say, a holiday isn't just a holiday, is it? It's creating. It sounds a bit cheesy now, but it is. It's creating that lifestyle that you don't need a holiday. You know, you don't need to go off and have a holiday every now and again because you've got the life that you want. And
I think also there's the element of, you know, the thing that we're talking about that we're not saying. You know,
if you're really interested in where it is that I want to go to, you need to put comments below because I will answer them. But as I say, I've got the apprentice in the office today. I don't want to find you. I've talked about it quite a lot with her. And what? Where are we going?
But you have got those sorts of things, and you know, when we make that happen, those family, you know, that family experience will be incredible. But that's something kind of a bit out of the ordinary.
I'm already prepared for George's sulks.
Oh, bless. So, well, you know, we might get a smile out of George, I reckon, on that. But the thing is, though, it doesn't need to, you know, that is brilliant, and it's a dream of a lifetime, and it is kind of like a once in a lifetime thing, I think, that we're talking about. But then, for example, I posted, I've got a family who are currently in a caravan in Wales.
Well, this is my next point, actually. I was going to say is you don't just do holidays abroad, do you? You do
UK, yeah.
So it's not just going to be for people. Get my teeth out and put them back in again. So it's not just for people that are looking for those, you know, once in a lifetime holidays. It's pretty much, you know, you can organise anything, really, can't you?
Yeah.
So
and it's interesting you say.
I don't want to go abroad. I want something in the UK. Yeah,
exactly. But it's interesting you say, so like, it doesn't need to be the holiday of a lifetime. But what I loved about this, so it's a family that I've booked for before. So their son is 3 years old. Okay, so last year. Must have been last year. So they contacted me and say, right, you know, we want to put our brave pants on and do our first trip abroad. And there was lots of things that they were concerned about doing. So, you know, I helped them put that holiday together, which, you know, I think they went to Menorca. So it's a week in Menorca, but that was that's a holiday of a lifetime in a sense, because that was their son's first trip abroad, their first family experience of going abroad. They are currently in a caravan in Wales, and they'd got time booked off. They were due to be moving house. That hasn't happened just yet. So they're like, let's not waste the time off work. Let's do something. So we didn't have an awful lot of time to get the holiday together. But what's so lovely is that Jake, their son, is absolutely just so excited about spending his first night in a caravan. You know, so again, that for Jake, it's a trip of a lifetime. It's his first experience in a caravan.
2 or 3 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, well, when I first went into business, I set myself the dream of going to Disney and taking all the kids. And I won't go into that story right now. But 3 years ago, we went to Disney and it was brilliant, you know, and it was just that thing of none of the kids had got passports. In fact, none of us had got passports. So applying for all those passports, you know, we'd now got this passport to anywhere we wanted to go. Came back from Disney. The kids loved it. And I said to them all, you know, where do you want to go now? What should we do? We can go anywhere. Can we go to the caravan again? Essex Coast. Because they've been every year, they know their way round, they get it, they love the entertainment. And like you say, there's something pretty fun to a child about being in a caravan. So
yes.
Yeah, she said.
There you go. Careful what you say, Mackenzie. Don't talk her out of the other thing.
Yeah, don't talk me out of the abroad holiday. Kate, we are now on half an hour.
I know, yeah, let's
which is fine by me, but I think we've both got work to do because we are very busy. So where can people find you?
So my website is transcendtravel.ltd, Transcend Travel on Facebook, Kate Halden on Facebook. Give me a call via you, edit 4N meetings.
See, now we're going off on a tangent again. But you talking about, I like the way you did that. So, and this was on my list of things to ask you. We obviously are 4 networkers. You are part of the brilliant Leamington team. You run online and offline meetings. We are going to meet each other on Tuesday, aren't we?
We are, yes.
Face to face.
I know. Yeah. Crazy.
And I know, like you said a minute ago, you are a real people person. You love that. So, and for me, I keep saying, just being in a room and seeing the whites of people's eyes again. How, you know, we had one a couple of weeks ago. We trialed it. It was all very good. It was all very socially distanced. It was all very, you know, compliant. But how amazing was it just to get back in a room with real people rather than these, what I call celebrity squares?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, God, we wouldn't, I mean, imagine life without these celebrity squares over the last few months. You know, you can't knock it, but totally agree to just be in a room with people again. Yes, it's different, you know, but everything is different. But it was a real treat. It was a real treat.
So you can find Kate 6 p.m. on Tuesday at the White Lion in Leamington Spa or Radford Semele. I will drop the booking link below if anybody wants to come along and network with myself and Kate and Mr. C. Actually, we've got to give him a bit of a shout out, haven't we? Because he does lead the. Oh, look at this! I've never had notes passed to me in the office before. I like this. I've done Facebook and LinkedIn, Mum.
Brilliant.
There we go.
Mackenzie, when are you free? Come and do some stuff for me.
There you go. Kate needs some social media. Right. Yeah. On that note, Kate, 33 minutes and 28 seconds and counting. You have been the record-breaking business success. I'm just going to cut us off because otherwise we'll be chatting all day. Thank you so much. Do check out Kate and her Facebook page. She's got some fantastic holidays available. Just have a chat with her. And and if you're interested in networking as well, she does a lot of networking. So do speak to her because she's a bit of an amazing lady. And ask her about TikTok as well. I thought I'd just get that in there. Right before the end. If you've got any, if you're on TikTok, go and check her out because she's pretty cool. She's put some today, I have to say.
I can't believe you've said that when we haven't got time for me to respond.
I could have mentioned a whole lot of things with TikTok, but I won't because we're now nearly on 35 minutes. Right, I'm just going to put you back in the green room and I'll meet you in there in just a second. Guys, that was Kate Halden from Transcend Travel. I promise you we could have chatted all day. She takes the stress out of amazing holidays, how she has smiled through the whole of lockdown with the travel industry being where it is. I think it just goes to show actually when you're passionate about something, you can still do it and you can still be happy and motivated no matter what life throws at you. And let's face it, COVID has been pretty tough for everyone. So guys, that is me for this week, unless I jump on later with a little exclusive, but we may or we may not. I may save it for the weekend. I'm off to get some marketing workshops back up online. So if you're interested in those, give me a shout. And we've also got a gratitude challenge coming up. So throughout September, we will be focusing on gratitude within the Business Success Network group. If you're watching this on the page or on YouTube, do head over to the Facebook group. Just search Business Success Network. There are lots of tools, tips, techniques to help grow you and grow your business. You'll find experts such as Kate in there, as well as experts from all different types of industries. So head on over now. I will see you guys later. Thanks so much for joining me. What a busy week we've had. Let's get over there for some weekend socials, really. Kate, I hope you've got the gin ready. See you soon.